New seating chart. Okay, here we go. Here's the notes. Go ahead and pause it. If you're watching this video for the first time, we're going to review graphing these lines. It's a big piece of the assignment today. So let's review how to graph these. These are horizontal and vertical lines. They don't have a slope and intercept the way you learned in Algebra 1, but these are actually the easiest ones. But again, something that takes you 5 seconds to remember, well, it's also going to take you real quick to forget. Right? So a lot of you that forgot how to do this, that's exactly why I'm reviewing. Okay, so the first one is x is equal to 6. You have to know that there's two axes. There's an x-axis, there's a letter x right there. That's this one. When you see a letter x, you better go to these numbers here, right? We know that positive numbers on this side, negatives and numbers on this side. And then when you see the y-axis, that's talking about what? This other kind of number line, but it's vertical, right? Going like this. Okay, so you better know and make sure you're on the right axis. If I have to go to x, see the x-axis, and go to the number 6, are you going to go up here to this one up here to 6? No, that's on y. So you're going to go to x. You're going to go to 6 on number x, and this, just putting a point right there, that is not a line. That is not a line. If you just go to x6 and you put a point right there, okay, but that is a critical point. So the graph of the line that is x equals 6 is the line that crosses the x-axis at number 6. So it's actually going to be going this way. And make sure you put the little arrows on both sides because we know a line is continuous. This is the line x at 6. X equals 6. It should not be going in the same direction as the x-axis, right? It's actually going to go perpendicular to it, right? Does everybody agree that this line is hitting the x-axis at what number? At 6. That's it. That's it. That is the, and go ahead and write it up here. Write it up here so you can see that that line is x equals 6. All right. Any line that says x equals 6 or x equals 10 or x equals 2 or x equals -5, does everybody agree that's going to be a vertical line? Yes. Go ahead and graph number 2. It says x equals -4. Well, again, go to x, go to that number -4. Yeah, you're kind of going to put a dot there because it is a critical point. But that's actually where the line crosses. It crosses the x-axis at -4. Make sure you put it nice and dark and it's going through the correct number there. Okay. We got x equals -4. Go ahead and graph it, make it nice and dark enough so it kind of stands out. Put the equation next to it. Yeah, you should have learned this before, but I told you guys forgot. Okay. So pretty much, I mean, there's two pieces of information when you see these. It has a letter, which axis, and it has a number. I mean, come on, that's too easy. What do you think is going to be the way we do this next one? Y equals 5. What do you think is different? Well, let's see. Yeah, we're not going to go to the x anymore. We're going to look at the numbers now on the y-axis. Hello, it tells you right there. Go to the y-axis, go to 5. Go to +5 on the y-axis and kind of hold it there, or you can put a little dot. But the dot is not the answer. The dot is not the graph of a line. But that is a critical point. That is the point where what? The line, what? Crosses or intersects. I like that word. Intersects the y-axis. What number? At 5. So this would be the line, right, is continuous. So we put the arrowheads. This would be the line of the graph of the line y is equal to 5. These are simple horizontal and vertical lines, okay? So That is it. Make sure you look at the letter so you know which axis you are, and then look at the number so you know which number it's going to cross. That's pretty easy. Last one, y is equal to? What do I have to do to graph y is equal to -8? Well, identify the y-axis first. Well, that's the one that's up and down. And where is this number on the y-axis, -8? Go to y, go to -8. Right there, put a little, that means the line has to cross through there. It has to cross the y-axis at -8. Okay. So your last one should look like this. Are we good now with this? We're okay with the lines, right? We got sometimes it's vertical. Vertical is up and down. Sometimes it'll be horizontal. Okay, we're going to move on. Now we're going to start this next section, but it's just as easy as the one we were doing last week. Okay, let's go to the next graph down here in the bottom. Okay, write this. Now we're going to look at, we're still doing rigid transformations. Rigid. Anybody remember from last week what the word rigid transformations is? Because what's going to happen is you have a shape. And the transformation is a change. It's going to change something. It's going to change location, or it's going to change... later, it's going to change size. It's going to change orientation. It's going to like rotate and stuff. But we're not there yet. But a rigid transformation means that it actually stays the same size, right? I can move it, which we learned last week. Those are translations, those shifts. If I move it, it should stay the same size. Today, it's going to be a little bit different, but I'm sure that you've seen these before. Today, it's called this. Today, the type of rigid transformations is called reflections. Yeah, I know you have. Today, the type of rigid transformations we're looking at are reflections. The shape is going to be the same size. The only tricky thing is it's gonna be a reflection of it. Yeah? All right, here it goes. I'm going to just put this problem out there and see if you can handle it. Let's first I'm going to give you the points. I'm going to give you 3 points. I'm going to give you a triangle. Go ahead and put the point -3, 5. That'll be point A. Plot that point. See, a point is going to have an x coordinate and a y coordinate. That's how you plot a point. Go ahead and plot -3, 5. Go ahead and plot let me think. Let me go with -3, 1. That's point B, -3, 1. And the last point's going to be -9, 1. So plot the point, label it. This first figure, remember, is called the pre-image. Pre is the one that was there first, right? Go ahead and connect these 3 dots. Obviously, it's a triangle. Make it very, very obvious. Darken it up right there. Darken up the lines so that you see it. We could shade it in if you want. Okay. I'm going to lightly shade it so we could all see it. I'm sure we can all see it. Okay. Last week, what did we do? Last week we did translations. Last week we got this shape and we just moved it. It moved 5 units right and 6 units down, and it looked the same. It was in the same was facing the same way. Reflections do not necessarily face the same way, but it's still the same size. Oops, why did this thing move? Okay. All right, here's the task. Here's the problem. Here's the new stuff, the new material. Here's what it's going to say. Reflect, right? Reflect is reflections. Reflect the figure. Go ahead and copy this in. Reflect the figure, but they have to give you a line. They have to give you a line where you got to reflect it over. Reflect the figure along the line, and I'm going to go with y is equal to -3. That is what the problems are going to look like today, or for this next assignment. So we already got the figure here. I see the figure. Does anybody know what we do with this y is equal to -3? We have to draw the line. Thank you. We have to draw the line. So go ahead and go ahead and draw y is equal to -3. We just practiced it. How do you graph the line y is equal to -3? You will have to see it. Well, go to the y-axis. Go to -3. And what do? Do I just put a point like that? No. It's the line that intersects, right? It crosses, so it shouldn't be facing the same as the y-axis. It should be going the other way, right? Perpendicular to it. Okay, make it very obvious. There it is. Does everybody see it? I'm even gonna kind of give it a little highlighter touch right here. Damien, you have a question? Stretching? Okay. Who thinks, because I know you've done this before, who thinks that when I copy this over here, it's going to look and face exactly like that? It's not. If I wanted it to do that, I would do a translation, and we did those last week. 5 units down, whatever. All right, I'm going to pause the video, and I'm going to give you 2 minutes to see who can do it and how this image would be reflected, and it's going to obviously... I'll give you a hint. Watch how I fold this over. Watch how I have to kind of pretend it's like that's a fold over, where I'm going to fold it over and it's going to land on this side. That's a reflection. Okay, let me pause the video. Yeah. Okay, here we go. I'm continuing the recording. So, what you're supposed to do, I understand. I understand that it's like if I fold it along the line, I understand that this is going to be painted on this side, but this is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to reflect each point at a time. So all you got to do is this, very simple. Count from point B, how far is it from that line? How many units is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. If I have to go 4 this way, guess how much I have to go on this other side? Also 4. So you got to go 1, 2, 3, 4. This is where this point B should be. B prime. Remember, this is the pre-image. This one's the image. And I think it's going to be true for point C, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. See? Count exactly how many units to that line of symmetry, that reflection, the line of reflection. Well, this is also 4, so count 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Some of you did it, but you have the points a little bit too close or too far. Okay? And this one, everybody, how many units or how many times from here to this blue line to our line of reflection? 8? I think, yeah, you're right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it's only 1 point off. It is 1 off the grid. So is that what you have, Sam?
Yes.
Oh, well, guess what? Then you were right. Hey, I saw a picture of you on Instagram on Friday with your sarape. With your, what's that thing called that he was wearing?
Pancho.
Pancho. No, that's the raincoats. A poncho is those plastic ones. Isn't it?
No, those are called
Oh, it's also called a... Oh. Sorry. Did you see it?
Oh, is it a poster or a story?
No, you were. It was like a picture of you with your poncho on.
As like the cover? As like the first.
Did anybody else see it? You guys saw it was on Instagram or something. Okay, anyways. Everybody got it? Okay, so if you got it right, it should look like, use your ruler to, oh, then, I don't know, it didn't, no, it was right? Oh, then you're right. Sorry. Okay. I'm going to give you another problem right here. Right here on the same one. Yeah, can you guys handle that one? All right, this was going to be tougher. This one's going to be tougher. Everybody agree this is the answer for this first one, problem one? Okay, ignore this one. Again, this is our original one. So on this same, using this same original ABC, not this one, don't do it to this one. Don't do it to the red triangle. The red triangle is if I reflect it along. Okay, I'm going to give you another line of reflection. For problem number 2, you can do it here on the same graph. Copy this. Reflect, right, because it's a reflection. Reflect triangle ABC, because that's what it is, along the line, x equals 1. What does that mean? Well, forget about this one. We're going to go back to our original one here. I have to draw the line x equals 1, right? We don't have that line. Go ahead and draw x equals 1. Let's ignore all this bottom part that we did. We're starting back over here. Where is x equals 1? Where is that line of reflection? I have to see it. X equals 1 is... Go to the x-axis, go to 1. Everybody got it right here? It's this one. Make it nice and... Oh no, this is x equals 1. Did everybody put it there? Now, what do I understand if I have to now reflect it along this line? This line is like it's like where you're going to fold it over. Everybody kind of catch that? It's like where you're going to fold it over. So now if it's on this side, it's going to be painted over. It's going to come out on this side. Okay. What do I have to do? Well, you have to count. From any one of these points, how far is it to that line? And then count the same amount the other way. Okay, go ahead. Let me pause the video and give you a chance to... Okay, let me finish this one quick. So we know that we have to count every point, count how many spaces to that line of reflection, right? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 4 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And oh my God, this is a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Exactly 10. Oh, it's going to be off the paper?
Yep.
By 1, huh? That's okay. We can handle that. All right, should look like that. Connect the dots, and should it be facing exactly the same way as the original one? No, it's not going to face exactly the same. It got like flipped over, right? It's a reflection. Does everybody know that oh, hold on. Does everybody know that your right hand and your left hand are reflections of each other? Look. Well, who has two left hands? I want to see it. He got two left hands. See? Woo! See if I fold it over? Woo! You didn't know that, huh? Okay, we're gonna get advanced now. We're gonna step it up. I think you're good now. Ready? Now we're gonna do. What is going on? Okay, here we go. Go to the back side. If you need a different paper, I can give you another paper. Here is the next one. I'm gonna make it a little bit more complicated. Let's do the shape first. And it'll be right here. Let me put the points and then I'll put the coordinates. This will be 3, -2. 3, -2. Put this point right there. 3, -2. 1, -6. 3, -2 is point A. B is 1, -6. And point C is going to be, I might as well just put it right here. Eight, -4. Plot those, make sure you don't put them wrong. This is 8, -4. 8, -4. Okay, connect that, make that a nice little triangle right there. All right, this one's going to be tougher. I'm going to see if you get this one. Okay, so this is our original one. You guys can shade it in. I'm going to use my handy dandy highlighter. Here's the problem. Taking it to the next level. I'm not going to give you a number like x equals 3 or y is equal to whatever. It's going to say this. Ready? Ready? Copy the instructions. Here's what it's going to say. Reflect. Again, the image or whatever, the shape, the figure. I'll put the figure. Reflect the figure, right? Whatever it is. It can be any shape. It doesn't matter. Along. And here's the new one. Let's see if we get this. Along the x-axis. Oh, what is that? All right, go ahead. See if you can figure out what is it saying here to do. Reflect the figure along the x-axis. Okay, I'll give you about 2 minutes to try it. Okay, so when it says x-axis, which one's the x-axis, everybody? Well, this one that says x and is drawn right there for you. This is the line you're going to use, so make it very obvious or darker or I don't know, something. You see, I got to have a line that's going to fold over. It's going to reflect. I got to count to that line. But instead of giving you a number, they're going to say reflected along the x-axis. Oh, well then that's going this way. If it's on this bottom half, it's going to reflect and fold over, and it's going to show up on the other half. Oh, you can see my look at my highlighter. It painted over. It should look like this on the other side. Okay, so how do I know exactly? Oh, that's it? Oh, they weren't there. Oh. How do I know exactly, everybody? We count each point to that line, right? Here's point A. How far is point A to get to that line? 2 units. So I count 2 that way. 1, 2. That's my new A. So you put A prime. How about point C? Well, count to the line. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's 4. So guess what? From the line, also go 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is C. And what about this bad boy right here? Point B. Well, 6, no? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is too easy. We got it? You see how to do that? Just count. If you try to guess and stuff, it's not going to come out right. If you try to guess where it's going to look like, it's not going to come out. You've got to actually count to the line. Okay, if you reflect it along the x-axis, it should look like this. Anybody get that? Let's see if I fold it over, it's going to land on top of it. Yeah, it looks good. It looks good. All right, I'm going to use this same one. Use this original one right here. Guess what's going to be? That was question A. Yeah, A. Guess what I'm going to put for the next one? Question B. Reflect the figure along the... Yeah, go ahead and try the other one. Reflect. Let's use that same one. Reflect the figure along the reflect the figure along the, we did x-axis, so now this one's y-axis. What does that mean? Well, ignore everything we did over here. Which one's the y-axis? The y-axis is this one right here. This one's the y-axis, the one with the y on it. Yeah, Sam, question?
Or the second one?
No, don't do this. This was the answer for problem number 1. This is our original figure. That's why I colored it in yellow. This one. Only this one. Only the yellow one. Good question. Okay. So the y, you finished it? Wow, you guys are fast, huh? What do I have to do to get this on this side reflected? Count the points to that line and count the spaces. Did you get it? Can I see it? Ooh, let me see. Can I get it? Okay, does that look right, everybody? Why not? Yeah, that's right. Think of it like wings. If this is a wing, does that look like the other wing correctly? On the other side, yeah. Or like airplane wings or bird wings or angel wings. Not buffalo wings, okay? That's food. That's the menu. Okay, Derek, how many times for the point B? How many times? Derek, 1 right here, 1. So go 1 over here, 1 this way, so 1 the other way. B. And point A is 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And point C is going to be like 8. 8. 8, so 8. Right here. I know it doesn't look like it's right, but it's right, okay? You just got to trust it. It is a reflection, huh? A reflection. It's going to be... All right, I think we got it. Does that look like a wing, like a reflection? Yeah. Look at, fold it over, it would land right on top like that. Boop. That is correct, though. Easy work. Everybody got it? This is the answer, the pink one. That is the reflection. Okay, let me stop the video.